Okay, so nowhere near as funny as I thought it was. It was, what is it? You only spent like a minute or two. 8:57. Part 2. Turning Point USA, TPUSA. So it was sounding like toilet paper. It wasn't as funny as I thought it was. I thought it was something. TPUSA, Toilet Paper USA. See, no, it's not a 10 out of 10 bad one, but it's like in the middle. Like, it's kind of, you could see kids throwing toilet paper over like tree limbs or something. TPUSA. For those of you who, for some reason, I once had a video where I had part 1, part 2. Someone watched part 2, they didn't watch part 1. The joke was I stopped my phone to look this up. I could not remember what the name of his organization was called. I remembered CPAC. I remembered Moving America Forward, something like that. Charlie Kirk's organization was called Turning Point USA, TPUSA, whatever. It's not that funny of a joke, but it was bugging my mind for 2 hours, hour and a half, hour. So, I mean, I could have waited until I got back. You're setting a bad precedent when you can't find a piece of information. You're going to turn the camera off and look it up. You should have looked up what that fucking cat shit was called. Another question he had was, what was the Syrian cocaine called? He forgot to look that up. It's probably called cat, but I just wanted to know. TPUSA. If I was a snarky, if I was a snarky, uppity, jerk, lefty, I go around like toilet papering like right-wing people's houses, and I'd be like, I'm part of TPUSA, and but don't. I mean, is it that bad of a crime to toilet paper someone's house? It depends. If you're a lefty getting toilet papered by a righty, it's like a hate crime. And if you're a righty getting toilet papered by a lefty, it's like a hate crime. I guess. I don't know. If you want it to be... What used to be juvenile fun is now a hate crime. He toilet papered that guy's house. Uh-oh. TPUSA. TPUSA. Toilet paper, right? CP. Turning Point. All toilet paperings must now be treated as hate crimes. Nice. That'll keep the cops busy while I rob the banks. I'm gonna rob the banks, and while they're chasing toilet paper leads, I'll rob the banks. Rob the banks, rob the banks. Toilet Paper USA. Surfing USA? Toilet Paper USA? Toilet Paper USA, Toilet Paper USA. La-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da. Doo-dee-da-doo-dee-da. You should have Googled, what was the story of that Tennessee cop who got in a bunch of trouble? You forgot to... You need to create a coded language with ChatGPT to give you reminders of stuff you can't remember. So I never Googled what was I only got the left-wing story of that. There's got to be like a right-wing story. He was secretly like Hitler or a bad guy. He got in a bunch of trouble, some Tennessee cop. got in trouble or something? Or what was that story? Tacit and explicit consent. Tacit and explicit consent. Tacit and explicit consent. Doo-dee-da, dee-doo-dee-da. Doo-dee-da, doo-dee-da. You want to do it? You could do a review of like a really dirty erotic story you read. That'd be funny. I forgot about that joke. You should do that one. Note to self. Look up cop joke from Tennessee. Note to self. Look up. Whatever the fuck the other one was. Surfing US, TPUSA, TPUSA, Surfing USA. Whatever. That is merely a joke about the acronym. I have no clue if it's a good or bad organization. Really couldn't tell you. Just making fun of the acronym. Do. It's a turning point. It's a fork in the road. Turning point, decision point. What is that other term called? When it comes to what are those called? What's that cycle called? The Al Gore book. Generations. There's 4 cycles of winter, spring, summer, fall. There's a new system a-coming. A new system is a-coming. The post-World War II generation is pretty much all dead now. Brenton Woods gone. Nixon got rid of all the gold. No more gold. It's a new system. A new system. There was the end of the Cold War. There was Clinton. Clinton was about whatever the fuck he did. Bush was 9/11. Obama was, I don't remember. Go black people. And there was Trump won. That was about, what was that about? He got stabbed in the back by all his people under him. And there was Biden. Biden was old. He couldn't do anything right. And there's Trump 2. Trump 2 is about, he's not going to get stabbed in the back by the same people again. He's going all the way this time. He got smarter. You let him evolve. He's like a Saiyan. He got his he got beat up by his buddies in the first one. He said, "Fuck this shit. I'm gonna get weird looking people working under me now. They're literally 1-inch chains. They're dogs with 1-inch leashes. They can't move without his permission." He's smart this time. Dangerous guy. All those people standing up to him, like that Southern guy. What was that Southern guy? Is he Alabamian? Was he Alabamian? Jeff Sessions standing up to him. He ain't standing up to this guy. No more standing up to. It's resignation or do as I say or resign. There's a logic to it. The one-man ruler. Interesting. The times they are a chain. It's a turning point. Holy shit, he has a terrible acronym, but he has a great name for a group. You know, I don't like that Charlie Kirk guy. Charlie Kirk guy, but it is called a turning. It's turning points, right? It's a turning point is when Civil War, they expanded, they took away free speech during the Civil War. World War I, they did estate taxes. They taxed your wealth. Wilson. World War II had the increase of the government state by an absurd amount. Bismarckian. If you want to be cynical, you could say this: the welfare state was like Bismarckian. I don't know if it was Bismarckian, but it could be. Even Trump knows you got to keep that welfare state just to keep the people placated. That Bismarckian little fucker. That Bismarckian little fucker. That Bismarckian little fucker. Do 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 do. Keep those SNAP benefits. He fought for the SNAP benefits, right? Right? So he was keeps the revolution off the As a cynic, I am disgusted by his cynicism. As a pure cynic, I don't like looking in the mirror. I do not like him because he reminds me too much of my own cynicism. I don't like him. How dare you be a mirror to my own cynicism, Mr. Trump. SNAP benefits is like bread and circuses? You want to go there? Is it bread and circuses? It could be. It's bread, it's not circuses. Circuses would be UFC. Bread would be SNAP. In the old days, they called it bread and circuses. Today, they call it SNAP and UFC. Whatever. Cheating scandal in the UFC? I saw the headline, I didn't read it. You people are in a gambling mood. Everyone likes to gamble now. The age of gambling? You want to say that? Everything is fucked. Let's all go gamble. Supposedly, I saw this on a YouTube channel. The Ukrainian soldiers, they were addicted to gambling shit because they had like a high mortality rate. So they had all these like gambling shits, games they were playing. Poor Ukrainians. The Russians must have it even worse. They probably have a higher death toll. Gamble, gamble, gamble. Also, there's a Chinese book. There's a famous Chinese book about gambling where a guy owns like a big old, like a southern, like 1,000-acre farm or something. And then he gambles and he gambles and he gambles and he loses it all and he ends up having to work the fields of the rice paddy. Poor fella. What is name of Chinese book about a guy losing his estate to the gamblers? It's like a famous Chinese book too. It's called Chinese Magic Book 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. A billion Chinese people, I can name like one or two. Mao Zedong, Xi Jinping. Can't name any other ones. There's like a billion of them too. What about the owner of like, what's the Amazon called of China? What's the Facebook of China called? What's their big company? AliExpress? I saw an interview with that guy one time. I don't remember his face or his name, but he's Chinese, I think. Gamble, gamble, gamble. This isn't really related to that, but I mean, like, to be fair, the Ukraine-Russia thing, it's really bad. Like, they do resupplies, and they fucking mine the fucking roads. They get no wonder they don't even keep their money. They're just like, fuck this shit. You know, they got like just to get resupplied, they're getting the fucking nukes, man. Those little fucking, poor little fucking retards. Poor Russians, poor Ukrainians. No wonder they gamble at all. The age of gambling is upon us. Gamble, gamble. DraftKings, never played it, but it's where you gamble on sports, right? And I hope my QB makes some QB stuff. Touchdowns. Hail Marys. Hail Mary, get me some points. I need some money, DraftKings. It's the age of keep your head down, I guess, because I think that's what they do. They're just going to go after anyone who raises their head. It's the age of to save your face, hide your face, keep your feet grounded. That's a good one. That makes me sound wise and smart, even though I'm literally a fucking idiot. It's pretty fun, you know. It's fun to role play as a smart person, even though I'm an idiot. It sucks. It's not good. The age of fuck your face, keep your feet grounded. Who wants some kratom? Who wants some cat? Who wants some cocaine? Who wants some cocaine? It's not called cat. I bet it's not called cat. It could be. What do you think the probability of it being called cat is? It's like catamine or cathedrone. Cat with a K. Cat with a K. The age of the bowling league, you know, because the bowling league got destroyed, didn't it? And then now it's a reemergence of the bowling league. Yay! What is that? A Florence fella? What is he got? A seal? He's got a seal, right? What is he resealing? Seal. He's got a seal. What do you want to do? You want to go Derby? You want to go Helton? Do you want to go 7 points? Royal to 7 points? Derby, Helton. What are you gonna do, buddy? It's a fork in the road. Turning point. TPUSA. TPUSA. some golf. It's not golf, it's called bowling. Golf and bowling. How much of the circles connect on that one? Bowling and golf? Bowling is more blue collar, right? And golf is more of a higher collar. You were watching this video? I think they're right wingers. They aren't right wingers, but they're middle right. What were they called? What were they called? Whatever. Well, they were saying that the lawyers are all now females, and they were talking about the gender of jobs, the genderization of jobs, and then it was like the conservative guy was like that old 80s. Is it 80s or 90s? Men are from Venus, women are from Mars. Someone's from Mars, someone's from Venus. Mars is probably the males because Mars is god of war, right? And Venus is, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, I'm your desire, which was like a shaving commercial. Venus is acidic, high atmosphere pressure. Mars, very low. It's like red. It's red, and it's got... Venus is a high pressure. A lot of bars and stuff, like at a high bar pressure. You would die very fast in Venus. Mars, you could theoretically make a colony on, right? It's When they said that males are from Mars and women are from Venus, that was back when they could only look at the planets. They had not sent probes there. They were just doing it based on the color, probably. Like Mars is red. Is Venus yellow or something? I don't know the color of Venus. It's orange or yellow, probably. It's acidic. It's got an acid, like a sulfuric acid atmosphere, right? And they didn't know that back 2,000, 3,000 years ago when they named the planets, but... What else? Oh yeah, so there was like, yeah, my wife was doing a Bible study, and I'm like drinking my coffee, and he was doing some like male-female thingy. Hunter-gatherer versus... Oh yeah, he was doing the, let's all introduce ourselves, name ourselves. Fucked my way to the middle. Fucked my way to the middle. Shit. Stuck in the middle. Fucked my way to the middle. What else you got? Oh, you had the Alexander the Great came from a snake. A snake. There's a snake story. Snake in a bed. I thought they would put snakes in his bed. ChatGPT did not know that story. I always thought the story was something about snakes in a bed. You throw snakes in a bed, it's supposed to be like you're never safe. So you always have to have you have to be better than everything. It's kind of where the Alexander the Great's kind of a narcissistic story. Macedonia, Alexander the Great, snakes, narcissism. Where does this go? I don't remember. I only saw that movie like once. It has Angelina Jolie as the snake lady. That has Colin Farrell or something as Alexander the Great, which means you just go around cutting knots. He was famous for, hey, can you solve this puzzle? Hey, I've got a sword. I'll cut the... He would just cut the puzzle. He would not solve the puzzle. Alex, I would like to... It's not Alex. Alex Trebek. And then there's... Who's the guy from Wheel of Fortune? Sajak? Pat Sajak. Pat, I would like to solve the puzzle. Pull out a sword. Cut the knot. Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great. You narcissistic little fuck. Cut them knots. Cut them knots. Can you solve this puzzle? No. I got a fucking sword. I'll fucking cut it. Pat, I'd like to solve the puzzle. Unsheath sword. Yeah, Alex Trebek, you didn't solve the puzzle. You, what did you do in Jeopardy? You, I would like to solve, I'd like to spin the wheel, Alex Trebek. Wrong game show. It's, I would like something for money. It's like, I would like something for 500. I would like something for 600, something for 300. And then he would ask you a question. What is, these things did this, this, and this. And then you'd go, what is, Wheel of Fortune is where you had a big wheel and you spun it. And then you guessed letters. And then you tried to solve a puzzle. There's a puzzle. Pat, I'd like to solve the puzzle. Unsheath sword, please. A gleeful smile went across his lips as he unsheathed the sword. What is Gordian knot? Is it the Gordian knot? It's some knot. Some knot, I don't. That's what happens when you're a narcissist. You just try and cut all the knots. You're like, fuck this shit. I'm not dealing with this bullshit. Give me a fucking sword. I'm cutting through this shit. Nice. In defense of narcissism, it can cut through bullshit sometimes. Sometimes it creates bullshit. Sometimes it cuts through it. That's a good question. You want to go by UNA? Then go down Houghton by that one place? You want to go all the way downtown? Turning Point, USA. Turning Point, USA. This decision right here matters. It's a turning point. A cyclical cycle of 4 seasons. That one guy who shit all over Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's famous line is, it's not his line, but tough men make easy times make weak men make hard times make tough men. It's a cycle. It's a big fucking cycle. It's a terrible cycle. It's not good. That guy did not like Joe Rogan very much. I do not like you, Mr. Joe Rogan. I do not like you. He always amuses me just because I would have never guessed he would have fucking mattered. So I actually kind of like him just because he's one of those things. He matters, really? Well, that's cool, I guess. Thank you for reminding me just how little I understand this world. And his product's not bad. I've always said that. But the Man Show guy and the guy from... Okay, whatever, that's good. I'll take it. It's humble pie. Humble pie, humble pie. Have some humble pie. Humble pie, humble pie. Talk radio? Never watched it. What else? Yeah, show it. That's good. Is Tucker Carlson anti-Semitic? I think I saw that on a YouTube channel thing. Is that true? Is Nick Fuentes? I don't know his story. Is he? There's some drama. You want to follow some drama? Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes, or something or other. I don't know. Could be. Deep. Oh, and then there was that one YouTube channel, the new guy. His thing was about. I didn't know this. I don't know if this is true or not. It's a new conspiracy theory I might start looking into. It's about the Las Vegas shooter, and it was about how like he had when they went into his room, he had like a manila envelope, and they never showed what was in the manila envelope, and then supposedly this guy was saying it doesn't add up. Something about like it's it's kind of I don't think this guy was that smart though, because he was like, the guy shot, what he was saying is like he had like a half accuracy, but he was shooting from like, I don't know how far away, a football field away, but he was shooting into a crowd and he had like 60% accuracy or 50% accuracy. I don't know how that works. I'm not here to argue with the guy. I don't have a clue. But he had a conspiracy theory about how something or other was going on. That guy had a lot of guns. He had like 20 or 30 guns, right? A lot of AR-15s. He had a bunch of AK ammo for some reason. That's what this guy said. I don't know. I've never been to Las Vegas. I can't tell you. I was not in the room. Could not tell you. I did hear a story once where he went and he rented a room and he did something similar and he didn't do anything, and it was near a concert. That's it's a funny story in the sense of like it could have been another concert. I'd give $1 to know what was going through his head. Here's the other one I had. Oh, this is another joke. It was a Hitler joke. You know how people were always like, if you could meet anybody in history, who would you meet? And then I was like, it's under conditions though. Like, I want to go back in time and meet Hitler. And then you're like, hey, Hitler. And the premise of this joke is I'm like, hey, Hitler. And I put my hand out. I'd be like, I'm from the future. He's like, so tell me about this time machine. Because you know exactly who Hitler is, right? He's going to be like, you have a fucking time machine? It's like 45, 44, 45. He's like, I'm going to have to get the fuck out of here. Right? 45 definitely. I want to meet him in the bunker. A day or two before he bites the bullet. I want to talk to him. But only under conditions. I want to be like G-Man in Half-Life. I want to be able to stop time. If he tries to like touch me, his hand goes through me. And I'd be like, it'd be like that Christmas story, the one with the ghosts of Christmas. I'm not gonna fucking interact with him. I'm not gonna physically be near him. He's dangerous as shit. That guy was a sociopath, right? He was. If you had a time machine, he would try and find your time machine. He would kill you and take your time machine. That's who Hitler was, I think. But I would G-man him, which is where like you can stop time and you're like a ghost and you can kind of interact with him. That'd be kind of cool. Hey, Hitler. I'm the ghost of Christmas past, future, present. What was going on there, buddy? What was going on? What was going on, buddy? What was going on? What were you up to, buddy? What were you up to? He's thinking of like that. There's in Red Alert 1, Einstein kills Hitler by going back in time and shaking his hand when he's like 20. This one, it's more like a 45 April, 2, 3, 4 days before the end. Stop time, turn into a ghost, freeze time. Hey, what's going on, Haylord? I'm G-Man. What was going on, man? What was going on? What was the story here? I'm a time traveler from the year 2025. Where's your machine, sir? He would steal your machine in a fucking heartbeat. You know that, right? Like he's literally. Never tell Hitler where your time machine is. He will steal your time machine. He's a dirty fella. Always have if you're gonna have a time machine, you want to have a time stop machine, like the G-Man unit thingy, where you can stop time and turn into a ghost. And G-Man. You go back in time, you meet Hitler. He's got an auto sign machine. He's like fucking Biden. He's incompetent. He's got dementia. He's shaking with Parkinson's. Everyone's doing all the work and just having him sign it. He's like, he's like Joe Biden or something. It's kind of sad, actually. Never go back in time and meet your heroes or villains or heroes. You're going to be disappointed. I thought Hitler was so evil or so cool, whichever of the two. And he had an auto sign machine. He just had people signing sheets for him, probably. Like Joe Biden. So sad. So sad. I wanted him to be so cool or evil, and he was so disappointing. He just shook. He had dementia, and he was shaking. He was a fucking idiot. Tell me what it all means, Hitler. Tell me what it all means. Shake, shake, shake. Rosebud. A Hitler Rosebud joke? Really? Is that a Hitler Rosebud joke? Why not? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Rosebud. Purple. Rosebud. Rosebud. Now I'm gonna have to go back and play Half-Life. Just watch the ending of Half-Life 2. Like there's a reaction explosion, and then time stops. And then G-Man comes out, and he's wearing a suit, and something like that, right? Is it Gordon? Mr. Gordon, or I don't know. Not a Half-Life. I only played the game. I played Half-Life 2 one time, maybe twice. I don't remember it that well. You could pick stuff up with a gravity gun. It's like real life, kind of. On his deathbed, he whispered, people with crabs on their head, or the people with the zombie head thingies, they jump on your head, crab head people. Shoot them with a saw and the gravity gun. Crab head. Okay. I want to say Mr. Anderson, but it's not Mr. It's Gordon. Gordon Freeman. The Freeman? Freeman. The Freeman. Gordon Freeman. Yeah, video games used to be different. I mean, they probably weren't. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. Because they didn't have transactions as much. And there's no lotteries. Everything used to be good, now it's bad. Everything used to be bad, now it's good. What was history of gambling from post-World War II to 2025? Because humans like to gamble. They used to gamble, they just didn't gamble on like loot boxes. Now they gamble on loot boxes and on their phone. In the old days, they had to go meet a bookie. Now the bookie is a DraftKings, a loot box, a whatever. La da 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 dee da dee da doo doo dee da doo dee da. Do dee da dee do dee da. For some reason, he was thinking of like a, you know how you call cops pigs, but you know you can do pigs as two different things. The things that were good about pigs is in Europe, you can feed them literally anything, right? Isn't that the advantage of a pig? But why do they call them pigs? Pigs are fat, but they eat anything, right? You could feed them like Hostess cupcakes, or you could feed them. They're useful animals, actually. They're pretty. Sorry, I was trying to do like a cop joke. Where I flipped the script on the concept of pig and turned it into like a compliment. I don't know. Sorry, it's trying to do a joke here. It's not gonna work. Wild boars, pigs. You have like you have like food that goes bad. You throw it to the, I don't know. Sorry. History of calling cops pigs. What is the history of that concept? What's going on there? Also, statistically, they're like prison guards. They have to interact with like probably not the nicest people. So, right? That's right. I mean, you could try and turn it into some joke about that, like prison guards. It starts off as like sounding like an anti-cop joke, and by the end, it's almost sympathetic. It's a funny. It's a good flip. A good flip is a good joke revolves around a good flip. Also bacon, very tasty. Hot sausage, very tasty. Ham is okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So in like 5 or 10 years, is that place going to get put out of business because of conservatives? 'Cause I still can't believe you guys have like a sex shop on the main drag. Like that's, I still can't believe that. That's. I'm not a prude. I don't give a shit. But I'm just guessing. I'm a person who guesses the wind. I'm just a wind chaser. Chasing wind. Chasing wind. Chasing wind. Does he have like a political connection or something? Yeah, we only give one license for the city for sex toys. He's the only guy with a license. If you wanted to open up your own sex shop, you'd have to get a license, and then they wouldn't give you the paperwork. He's a friend of the someone, a council member, a mayor, someone. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Is that the story, or is it? Also, doesn't Amazon just put them out of business? I have no clue. Do 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 do. Informationally starved. If I don't get information, I'll go crazy. I get all the information from my eyes, from my ears, from the wind, the cold wind. Not cold, it's chilly. How cold are you? 9:44? 46 degrees. 9:45? 46 degrees. Doo-dee-da. Cat, cat, cat. Cat, cat, cat. K-A-T. Similar to the... I hope it is it. I hope it is caffeine. Catamethadrone. Catamethadrine. There was that one idea in the Enlightenment. Do ideas actually change humanity? Or is it just... Did Newton actually change anything? Or is it just exactly the same world it's always been? Did Einstein change anything? Did anything really change? Has anything ever changed? My gut reaction would be Hitler would have those sort of eyes that when he looks at you, he's like sizing you up. That's my gut reaction of what Hitler would be like. He's always sizing everybody up. Who is this person? You say you're a time traveler, eh? Where's that? He's thinking of like Dragon Ball Z and like Cell. I don't remember this, but I YouTubed a video about Cell, and Cell got a time machine, and then he went back in time, and then he ate a bunch of people, like Cell. He was like a guy, he could eat people and take their power or something. So Hitler is like Cell now? What? With a time machine. So you don't want to give... I went back in time to have a conversation with Hitler. He stole my time machine. And then he had me killed off. You know, because you gotta tie up loose ends. Mr. H, I'm a news reporter from the year 2025. We just want to do an interview with you. A news reporter from the year 2025, huh? He eyes you up. Is this guy crazy or does he have a time machine? Mr. H. He's a dangerous man. Mr. H. He's always fucking everybody, trying to figure out who they are. Mr. H. Mr. H. They are cleaning this up. There's no. You can see better down there, right? Like they used to be all foresty, viney, twiggy. It's all queeny now. Are they gonna put something in there? Or is it just gonna be grass? You can't really put anything in there, like a parking lot? What would you put there? Gas station? Fast food? No. It's not that good of a place. Parking lot? Grass? A little office? That was a speaker for some reason. Crazy. TPUSA. 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 Local man arrested with backpack. 15 things of toilet paper. They're discriminating against me. I'm part of TPUSA. A turning. Is there like a famous poem? The turning, that's say Yates. Turning. Fucking bullshit. Ugh. 6.7 million. Big result. Is that per? Can you give me a unit time? Is that per year? How much are you? What are they grossing a year? They have to give half of it to the person. They get to keep half. What are their? They do look pretty. Which one's older? Which one's younger? Which one's more serious? They both look pretty serious. Huh. pretty serious. Yeah, they always had gambling problems. Even in World War II, didn't they have gambling problems? Was it 4chan that was doing the gifs of like the Russians are fucking the Ukrainian women, or is it always the Russians fucking the Ukrainian women, right? Your Ukrainian women are whores, and when you're not looking, they're taking the Russian D. Propaganda is so fun. I like propaganda. It's so much fun to watch. Do. Purple white. Is that a whiff thing? Can you use a lift thing? Because that one got a purple thing. It's like lift. Switch hands. Water bottle in the hoodie middle. Hoodie middle. What is that called? The hand holder? The hand thing on a hoodie? What is that called? It's like an open pocket. A double-ended pocket. A double-ended hand holder thingy for a hoodie. Dear ChatGPT, what is it called on a hoodie? That thing on a hoodie in the middle. It's like one big pocket in the middle that your hands can go inside of. Hand protector? The world's most interesting person. I don't always ask important questions, but when I do, I ask ChatGPT. Christmas in November 11th. It's November 11th, right? Yeah, it's November 11th. The 11th day of the 11th hour of the 11th something. 11th century. 1100 years ago. You should know what year World War I ended. I still don't know. 16, 17, 18, 16, 17. Is it 16 or 17 or 18? 14? Is it a 4-year war? Civil War was beginning of what was Sumter, like April? I don't know. Turning Point USA, TPUSA. Turning Point USA, TPUSA. You won't be able to tell. Am I saying that sarcastically? Am I saying it with like a Bannon believed in turning points. Gore believed in it. Al Gore. Turning points. But he tried to sell that fucking global warming shit. He got fat. Christian nationalism. What is Nick Fuentes? I don't know. I don't know what he's got some group of followers. Are they like a terrorist group? Maybe. Aren't we all deep down terrorist groups? Aren't we all secretly just yearning to declare jihad on something? I declare jihad on litter, global warming, something. Does he have a group of go-guides, or he has some sort of group? It's not like the Proud Boys, is it? Proud Boys had carried around guns, didn't they? Or am I hallucinating that? Was that true? They weren't like the sort of people who did military drills in the rural areas like the Timothy McVeighs. It was somewhere between Timothy McVeigh militant group doing drills or maybe they weren't. I don't know. Can't remember. You can Google it. What the fuck was the Proud Boys guy's name? I can see his face. He had like a mustache. Kind of cool. He was kind of cool, right? He was on Vice. Vice was cool, and then it went bankrupt. Fucking Vice. I'm a foot fetish. I'm gonna sell foot fetish pics. No more face pics. All leaning up against a wall. Concrete blocks. I put concrete blocks under my bed, so it's like 3 feet up, 4 feet up. What is 3 concrete blocks? How tall is it? 3 or 4? 3 on their side. 12 in all. What does it mean? It doesn't really mean anything. It's just concrete blocks. Now the bed's high and you have like storage under it. It feels more open. It feels less trashy because not the mattress, and then there's the box spring. You're gonna fall off one night and break a leg, and you're gonna regret that. The moral of the story is Da da da. Da 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 da. Yeah, don't give a shit about your face. Keep your feet on the ground. Keep your footing. Don't gamble. They'll take your plantation, and then you'll have to pick rice. It could be like the problem could be that like people don't think there is any hope, you know, because like those Ukrainian kids, they got like, I don't know what their mortality rate is, probably a quarter. I don't know, it's probably pretty high. So they're just like, fuck it, why even keep a dollar, you know, just gamble it. So it's actually a sign of the times being bad. It's not. So that would be the left answer. The left answer would be it's a bad time. People have low opinions of the future. So there's like gamble. Bitcoin. Shitcoin. No one has any idea of like what to invest in seriously. BitConnect. I recommend buying BitConnect. Buy yourself some BitConnect. BitConnect is always not a scam. I think you're that was 2015 or 2016, 2017. When did that pop? Poppy, BitConnect. The last time I checked Bitcoin is like what, 110? 100? 110? Bitcoin. BitConnect. There was some Argentinian coin that went like shit within a day. The guy who's like really cool from Argentina. Is it Argentina? Or Chile? Who was the dictator from Chile? His name was... Well, this guy's like a libertarian. He's not a dictator. This guy, the other guy was like a general sort of fella. He probably had ribbons on his chest. What was your name? Guy from Chile. Argentina. Queen. What was your name? Pinochet. You have a cool name. Cool name, Pinochet. There's a movie who's that pretty Jennifer Connelly? Is she in a movie about a people in Pinochet's Argentina? Maybe. Let's see them think their way out of nuclear fission. So you're doing Nixon impressions from Watchmen now? Let's see them think their way out of nuclear fission or fusion? Fission, it's probably fission. Fusion is hydrogen into something else. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Could be worse, could be better. It's like, remember when the Taliban burned all the audio recordings, all the Western movies, and all the music? You gotta get rid of that shit every so often, because, you just gotta get rid of it. There's gotta be a big purge of all information every so often. I'm tired of all these. I'm tired of people saying everything's like Madonna, everything is Britney Spears. Someone needs to be able to do Madonna stuff and Britney Spears stuff and not be compared to them. Look at this. I invented something. It's called mediocre singing, pretty lady. I invented it. See, if you burn all the Britney Spears tapes and all the... It's a new idea instead of it being just something that's been done thousands and thousands of times. So every so often you have to grab all the media, put it in a big bonfire and say, burn it all up. Otherwise, people will become jaded and they'll be like, hey, I've seen this story before. This is just like the 90s, the 2010s, the 2000s, the 1980s, the 1970s. You're just repeating the same story over and over. That's why you gotta burn the media up. You gotta have a nice big party. Burn it up. Burn disco down, Chicago. Let's get all them disco records. Let's burn everything, please. Step on a crack. Jaffa, Jason coffee. Jason. What is a Jaizon? Is that a real thing? Is it just a made up word? Jason coffee. Jason. Jay's off. Jay's on. Jay's off. What is that? Is it a sword? Is it a torch? Is it a boat? Is it a teacup? With a saxophone? What the fuck is that Jay's on? You Philistine. So why are they doing Back to the Future? Because they were doing that at that other one too, right? He's going back to the future. I'm going back to the future. Hitler. I went back in time to interview Hitler. He's coming back and he's going back to the future. He got the almanac, man. He got the almanac. And he's a sports gambling guy? Biff? Hitler. Back to the Future. Gambling. Sometimes I think I'm like a really secret genius. Other times I think I'm just like saying stupid shit in a voice that sounds like I'm saying smart shit, even though I'm saying really, really stupid shit. Like Biff, that little book, gambling, Hitler, G-Man, it all connects. Cell from Dragon Ball Z. You know, he would go around eating people. He would eat them. Don't eat Android 18 and 19 or 17. I don't remember the numbers. 20. What happened to 1 through 15? Do. No party, no party. Tuesday, no party. What is it, 8? It's 10:13. You completely lost track of time. It's 10:13. No one is partying. It's a Tuesday. Tuesday. No one's partying. Tuesday. Nobody. Tuesday. Nobody. Tuesday. Nobody. All right. Weekend, party, Monday party, Tuesday party. I need to get a trench coat. That'd be kind of cool. Get one from like a thrift store. Don't pay. They're like $500, aren't they? Those seem like one of those things that if like you were smart, you could go to like thrift stores and you'd look for like trench coats, and then you'd go on Amazon and sell them for like $50 to $100. You know, you go into the thrift store and you look for shit that's like worth money on Amazon. Amazon ruined the thrift store business probably. Anything of value is just going to get nabbed by resellers, right? Now everybody knows the value of everything. In the old days, people didn't know the value of everything, which was good. Now you just take a picture of it. You can probably be like, what is this worth? Is there a program that does that? There's a thing that'll take a phone at like Walmart and it'll figure out the phone and it'll buy your phone from you. Watched a video on that. That was crazy. Would you like to buy a phone? Would you like to sell a phone? I better give me like 10, 20 bucks for my phone. What do you think my Moto G Power is worth? 30, 20, 10, 15? I need some crack money right now. Here's what's really fucked up is if I had to replace it, I'd have to spend like 100 to 200 to replace it. And, you know, it's not that it's like a great phone. It's just to replace it, you know. You could look into the used phone market. Low rider is a little higher. You never did listen to that song, did you? Nope. No chance, that's what you got. Up against a machine too strong. Sorry, I just saw the face. Just looking at the face. That's intellectual property you just stole. That's someone's, was it a macaroni face? I don't even know what it was. Just I saw it, sorry. I apologize to the artist. It was, it's not my cup of tea. 20 years from now, that thing's gonna be worth like $10 million. You should have bought it. The biggest regret of my life will be not buying that silly face in that silly place. Buy the silly face in the silly place. by the silly face in the silly place. There's no one in there. No one's partying. Audition. Monday party. Tuesday audition. So they're probably auditioning. Maybe. Weekend. Party. Cosmetologist. What? What is that? Cosmetologist? Chiropractic. Cosmetologist. I thought cosmetologist was is that makeup? What the fuck? Makeup and chiropractic. What? How do those connect? I don't get it. Boo bash. Is that Putin? Who is that? Oh, it's not Putin. I don't know. I don't recognize that. Gamble. Gamble. You think that one kid from the 4th grade is like in jail, or what do you think happened to him? That would be Deer. Yeah, I'm not gonna ever interact with him. So, make fun of the Alabama history book. Page 30. That guy sure got something. It would be just cheesy observational humor. Cheesy observational humor. A lion. I've done that joke 1,000 times. Did you ever Google what the fuck this bank stands for? It wasn't really that important. Most of the stuff you ask is like so meaningless. It's very tall, like above my belly. That's a grill up to my belly. Where does the sidewalk start? Oh, it's right here. In the old days, they had the thing called the first wave into the fortresses, and they give them like something. What was that called? First wave into the fortresses. Oh man. Now they give it to like the Fuentes army and the Proud Boys. Antifa. Do you want to be the first wave into the? I don't know if that works. Was it called like a danger brigade or a? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I've had enough of these snakes in my bed. Snakes in a plane. Not snakes on a bed. Snakes in a bed. Snakes in a plane. Get these motherfucking snakes off this motherfucking plane. Says, I'm not a reptile. I'm a snake person. I'm a snake person. Only one snake per plane, sir. All the other snakes need to get off the plane. I'm the snake. The assigned snake for the plane is me. Huh? Square. You might be an NPC if you drive a square car or a rounded car, a sports car, a truck, SUV, car, compact, mini. You might be an NPC if you drink coffee. What was the name of that coffee place? I don't remember. You might be an NPC if you, I don't know. There's a million reasons to be an NPC. You might be an NPC. You drink water? Coke? Christmas lights. Do you have Christmas lights? Halloween lights? Kwanzaa lights. 13 Days of Yamaka. You might be an NPC. Frolicking Lions? Is it called Frolicking Lions? I hope it is. Frolic, frolic, frolic. What is it, 10:45? 10:28 in 2 seconds. What is the name of that book about turning points? Turning. 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 Turing test? Your initial idea was Jeff Foxworthy jokes, and then you tried to do Jeff Foxworthy jokes with void conf. It did not do a very good job combining those two memes together. Meme mashup. It's a meme mashup. You're walking in UNA. There's lights above you. There's a tree. It's not that cold. It's probably 50. It feels like 50. There's no wind. You got 2 sweaters on. There's a lion statue. Some trees lit up. Doesn't work. So it's supposed to be a void conf test. There's a tortoise in the desert in the sand. It's on his back. In the deleted scenes, the guy who got shot by the replicant, it was the industrial replicant who got shot. He's in a hospital bed that looks kind of like a iron lung, but it's made out of glass or something. Like an iron lung made out of glass. Because he lived. In the movie, it seems like he dies. They didn't frisk him very well because he had a gun in his interrogation room, right? Wore a suit. He looked kind of like Indiana Jones. A Coca-Cola machine. You put $1 into a Coca-Cola machine. You push Coca-Cola. A Pepsi comes out. You open the can of Pepsi, and it tastes like Mountain Dew. What do? So there's a Coca-Cola machine over there. That's the entire inspiration for that joke was just a Coca-Cola machine. That's all. It's kind of disappointing. When you point it out, it kind of disappoints the joke. He's just looking at stuff and going, void conf, make void conf jokes. No one likes void conf jokes. There's a very subset niche of people who like void conf. 0.0001% of people like void conf tests. Jokes. That gets the people excited. The people like the void conf test joke. You might be an NPC if... Well, that's a lot of fucking cars. Right? Is that a lot of cars? Are there so many fucking cars in there? Am I hallucinating? Or is that... It looks like a lot of cars, but it's empty in the back. You might be an NPC if... You might be an NPC if. Do 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 do. La di da di da. Do di da di do di da. Funny. Purely as an anarchistic joke, Kramer's coming back and he's gonna have a KKK hood. I don't know. It's not that good of a joke when I say it out loud. Kramer's back. What was the one about the ants? It was like there was a video I was watching about Elon Musk, and he was like, at first he hated AI, and then he bought into it really hard. So he had like a big change, but he invested all his money in it. He hated it, and then he's like, okay, I guess I'll be in charge of it. And it was supposed to be like some line about, like there's an anthill. There's hundreds of thousands of anthills on this walk. I don't give a shit about them. I don't hate them. I don't give a shit about them. I mean, I literally just don't give a fuck about them. Like, it's not hatred. It's not love. It's not hatred. It's just apathy. I think that was what I was thinking about. Ants, apathy. Sorry. No context for that one. I don't care about the ants. The ants don't matter. I mean, they do. I mean, I guess they do. Oh, and then I was thinking about, I had this one theory about, no, don't say that. Oh, okay, I'll say it. It was like, if you watch this whole thing, I don't really give a shit about what I'm looking at. I'm really just using it as a way of like bouncing ideas off of. So I don't really give a shit about what I'm looking at. There's no malice in this. It's just a bouncing idea thingy. So it's like ads. It's not malicious. It's not hatred. It's not anything. It's just apathy. It's a truck or something. Oh, and then there was someone who was like, yeah, there was that movie with Mos Def. Yeah, and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, they blow up Earth just to make a highway So the whole premise is like, humans don't give a shit about ants. And they build a highway, they don't do it out of malice. It's just a highway. What's going on with these boots? Is there something? There's a nut or an acorn in the grooving, stuck in the grooving. A little lump in the step. Does that relate to was that the Elon Musk ant thing, or what was that about? Ants, the movie, 3D, bugs. You want to make a pizza? Bring it back. What do you want to do? Chipotle. He got half a Chipotle. He ate half a Chipotle burrito, and he cut it in half. Just eat the whole thing. You get a little. It's good to cut them in half. Make it like a half meal. Half meal. I dedicate this channel to keeping your feet grounded. Don't let acorns get in your groove of your boots, otherwise you'll have a little lump in your step. See, it's purple. Like all these TVs have this purple hue to them. It's a screensaver thing. That means they haven't been watching it, or how does it know that the people haven't been watching it? If you leave a TV on, normally you're watching it, right? So how does it know to go into screensaver mode? See, I have computer monitors. They have like a 5-minute thing on them, 5 or 10 minutes. So I don't know what's going on with the TVs. I'm disconnected from reality. I should watch more TV. Next on TV show, yeah, so like all these movies, they had all those like Avengers movies. There's like 15, 20, 30 movies. They're all interconnected. They've all got little threads. They gotta burn that shit up eventually, It's gonna get too heavy to carry. You can't write new superhero movies. It's like, hey, we got 30. You gotta watch, to make a new superhero movie, you gotta watch 30 movies. You gotta make sure it matches. All the threads have to match. You can't, the lore has to make sense. So every so often you gotta burn everything. You just gotta, They call it a, what do they call that? In movies, they call it a reimagining, a redo, what is that called? Like Ghostbusters, female Ghostbusters is a redo, a rewatch, a re-thing. Same story, different, same type of characters, just change them a little bit. Reimagining, shared universe. What is that fucking called? Spin-off. Not spin-off. It's not spin-off. It's a purple. Those handprint. Is that marijuana? What? What's going on there? Is that like a Halloween thing, or is that like a grow house? I want drugs, yes I do. Cat. What's so hilarious is in like Venezuela and Colombia, cocaine, poor man's drug. I'm telling you, man, they just make that shit up. You people fall for it. Hey man, I'm cool, I got an ounce of coke, really? It's like bragging about having like moonshine. You know, an ounce of coke around here would be like pretty fucking cool. You know, what is that? That's how many 8 balls? 8 balls, right? Uh-huh. Do. No. Sigma? What's Sigma grindset? What's Sigma mindset mean? Is that a real meme? Or is that just like a mockery meme? One of the theories about Alex Jones was it was meant to be like, there was a theory I heard once that like the CIA made him as a way of just getting all the stupid people to watch him. I'm not saying that's true. I was just thinking, what if that's how TV and all conspiracy theories work? All media. What if all media was designed by the CIA? It's a little paranoid, man. It's a little paranoid. You know those gun magazines made by this. Everything is secretly made by the CIA. McDonald's food, all CIA workers. All the cops, CIA workers. All the farmer. You know, everything you look at secretly. Very funny. What is this, like a Truman Show deep state? Like a deep state? Like a deep state. Don't you remember? You were fighting aliens or the Matrix robots. You were fighting something. You got captured. And then you woke up, you were born again in this world. All these people are either robots or aliens, and you were captured. They're just trying to get information out of you, right? You're insane, dude. That's a little crazy there, buddy. Deep state. Walk and roll, deep state. Don't you remember them sticking that needle in the back of your head? It was like a tentacle. If it's aliens, it's like a tentacle or like a face hugger. It's a face hugger. Jumped on your face. Don't you remember the face hugger? Jumping on your face and shooting its tentacle into your mouth to connect its tentacle to your brain, similar to like the Matrix needle. Don't you remember? This is all a deep state would not work for aliens, would it? Like a deep state. Weren't those the people who were connected to the wall? Like that one guy was like, kill me. He was on an alien wall. Like a living wall. He was in the alien Matrix. Kill me. Game over, man. Game over. There's a movie called, what's the one where they have the Matrix, but it's like an organic Matrix? Owls, owls, wowls, wowls, owls, wowls. You want to follow Chisholm, or do you want to go down for that are beeping? Realistic? I don't know. Something stupid. And you plugged it into your head? What'd they do? I told you, you're the most boring person ever. You're just regurgitating the plots of movies. Trying to act like it's interesting. Not interesting in the least. Not interesting in the least. You couldn't draw a dime if you were given a Xerox machine and a dime and a dime drawing machine with a Xerox attachment. Aww. Aww. Draw me a dime, buddy. You want to tell other people's jokes and act like they're yours? Yeah. What jokes do you want to tell? Nothing. Bring back, oh bring back my Bonnie to me. Bring back, oh bring back my. Our music is a form of story, is it not? Maybe. Stealing other people's music, other stories. Stories. Tell me a story. It's a coffee shop. Cafe de Frida. Frida da Cafe. Cafe de Frida. Frida da Cafe. The corner spot. What is that lady? Who are you? I don't remember you. Oh, she's Frida. Cafe de Frida. She's supposed to be like Mexican or something. She's free to Argentina, Colombia, Brazil, Peru. What sort of coffee is Mexico known for, or South America? Do they do espresso? Do the Mexicanis do the $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 espresso machine with bars of pressure, similar to Venus? Okay. Callback joke to Venus? Really? Bars of pressure? Are you tired of having trouble studying? Try not Assange. Julian Assange? It's not Julian Assange, it's Assad. What's his first name? He's got cat. It'll help you study. Do you want to study? Cat will help you study. True or false? Fact check. Cat helps you study. Oh, let's see. Double light. I don't want to die. No die, no die. My name is John Connor, and I used to be against robots. Now I'm pro singularity. Yay. Do like a terrible picture of How could you improve that joke? You really can't. There's no fate but what you make. So I decided, so it could be like an Elon Musk. He was like, he hated robots. Then he was like, I'll just make the company. Like OpenAI. Doesn't he own that or something? Or he's like half owner or something. Some bullshit like that. Elon Musk. Originally, John Connor. Now, John Connor. Pro robots. Oh, and I was watching footage of that. They made like a shooter game for Terminator 2 in the Future War. And it's like really scary because you'll have an AR-15, but your AR-15 does shit to a fucking T-800. I don't even know. I haven't played the game, but the way I understand it is, it's like, imagine you had a butter knife and you had to fight like a person with a gun. You're very outclassed. There aren't a lot of games like that where you're like hardcore outclassed. New Vegas, in the beginning of New Vegas, Death Claws can like one-shot you. You stand no chance. Video games don't do that a lot. Where like you just get hardcore outclassed. So, so it's like a post-apocalyptic world. T2s T800s. Plasma rifles. You're running from them. And then, and then you're like, hey, this game's stupid. You know, they need to change it. Then there's this one theory about T800s, Skynet. Skynet allows humans to exist. That's the thesis. Not my thesis, someone else's. It's a, kind of like the Matrix almost, like a Matrix, Terminator, hybrid. The last time you walked, I think you did a lot of ballroom jokes, didn't you? Or did I do that already? All the ballroom jokes about Trump in the ballroom. Can't remember. This matters. If I don't get this out, this matters. Dear John Connor, Donald Trump has built a ballroom, and American society is now going to be a ballroom society. A lot of etiquette, a lot of courtesy, a lot of fancy dresses, a lot of tuxedos and shit, a lot of curtsy. You know, you already said curtsy, dumbass. Dear John Connor. Dear John Connor. Horn to ballroom dance. And he's secretly a Terminator robot. So was Kamala Harris. So was the Biden guy. All secretly. Some people say they're reptile people. I say they're all part of Skynet. I was thinking of getting a camera that I could put on my shoe. It would be very disorienting though, because it'd be a lot of movement. Also, it would come off kind of creepy, like a voyeuristic thing. It's a bad idea. I still kind of want to get it though. I don't know. A ghetto rig it, like a duct tape ghetto rig. You're really going for like an anti-face joke now, aren't you? I'm against the face. Fuck the face. I'm against face now. Fuck the face. Fuck the face. Your face is not, you're not a very good face movement artist. You don't have the ability to convey emotions correctly. You know, you gotta learn to do the, you ever seen like a YouTube intro video or the thumbnail picture? They're always like very expressive. You gotta be expressive if you want to use face. Face, to be good at face, you have to be very expressive. Facially. They can tell I'm not actually a human because when I try and use my face, it doesn't have the motor skills. The Terminators did not invest as much energy in the facial motors. Anthill. I mean, I'm not gonna step on it on purpose, but I'm not gonna like break out into tears if I accidentally step on it. Not to be all Elon Musk-esque about it. You know, they care about their anthill. I don't really give a fuck. I mean, I don't want them on my leg. You ever like stepped in an anthill? You just ruined their fucking house. And the only thing I care about is there's like ants crawling up my leg. Especially if they're fire ants, you know. It's kind of annoying. You just like killed like thousands of ants. The only thing I give a shit about is There's some fire ants on my leg that are biting my leg. Bunch of fucking asshole ants. I don't want to sound like a sociopath. Whoa. Funny. Ants, ants, ants. Didn't the colonialists kind of view, never mind. Whatever. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. He looks back. He sees a nuclear bomb go off. It's not good. Okay, good. No nuclear bomb. I'm good. No fate but what we make. No fate but what we make. Huh? Oh, there's one guy on YouTube was like, yeah, he doesn't even follow the safety protocols. That's what the one guy who was whining about Elon Musk was saying. But whatever. He's a robot. He got infiltrated. Skynet. Instead of getting angry at Elon Musk, just be like, oh, okay, I see what he is. He was replaced. Right? He was Very stupid conspiracy theory. I think it's everyone's job to start as many stupid conspiracy theories as possible. You have an obligation. Just find something stupid, be like, hey, you know what really happened? This. What time is it? It's 11:04. Yeah, I guess it's distracting me a little bit. Creeping me out. Am I seeing something I'm not supposed to see? Keep your eyes down. Remember, you're talking about Terminators. It's more important than the ants. Do not get distracted by the ants. The ants problem or the ants problem. So the guy like accidentally threw something away and he's going through his trash looking for something he threw away or something, like, I accidentally threw a bill away. Oops, I gotta find the bill, it's in the trash. Or it's a person stealing someone's trash. Doesn't matter. Does it really matter? Do you really care? Not really. Later on in the news, it was found that was something very bad. I could have stopped it. It's all my fault. There's no fate but what you make. You never Googled that. Is it true? You didn't upload that video. You must not have uploaded it because Akagi? Do the Japanese have an aircraft carrier called the Akagi? Yeah, you forgot to upload that. You gotta upload way too much now. You got 2 videos. Very tasty. No fate but what you make. There's no fate but what you make. There is no fate but fate. The only fate is fate. There is no fate but 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 what you make. That's a snake in a bed. Don't go telling your kids there's no fate but what you make. There is no fate but what is fate. There is no fate but the fate that is. The correct answer is, the only fate is fate. There is no fate but what you make. There is no fate but fate. There is no fate but what you make. There is no fate but fate. There is no fate but what you make. There is no fate but fate. The currents have their say. The time is drawing near. Washes me away. It makes me disappear. As I descend from grace in arms of undertow, I will take my place in the great below. Very nice, very nice. Very tasty. What an interesting mix-up of random ideas with no semblance of order. Just the brain randomly shooting, trying to randomly create a pattern. He's randomly creating patterns. He's not looking for patterns. He's forcing patterns onto a world. He's not looking for patterns. He's actively, forcefully forcing patterns onto a world that has no patterns. There are no patterns in front of me. What is a red light? What is that color? What is that? What is that? What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? There is no fate but what you make. There is no fate but fate. There is no fate but what you make. There is no fate but fate. There is no fate but what you make. There is no fate but fate. Invisible car hits me. What's that from? There's like some movie where like an invisible car hits somebody. Right? Or is that... That's not my own idea, right? Is that from a movie? What is that from? The deep, 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 deep state has invisible chameleon cars that can hit you. You'll never see them coming. The deep, 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 deep. You are getting very deep. You are getting very, very deep state. You are getting very, very deep state. You are getting very, very deep state. How many bars you got? 4? You didn't charge it either. I think this thing's like a piece of shit when it comes to the bar system. Because I think once it goes to like 2, it's like at like 20% or 10%. I bet it's at like 80, 70, 60. I don't think that is on the bars on these very well. Because I haven't charged it and I used it a night. So they need to probably... It's not a very designable... I don't know, maybe... just a tree losing a limb, a branch hitting a metal shed. There is no fate but what we make. There is no fate but fate. There is no fate but what you make. There is no fate but fate. See, I got like those. 6 of them, right? Three high. The bed's on top of it. Dear God, I have a bed on top of 12. 3 times 4 is 12 cinder blocks. I initially bought the cinder blocks to put my desk on, to raise my desk, to be a stool desk, like like a bar desk, like a desk that was high enough to need like a bar stool. And then I didn't like that, but I still had the cinder blocks, so they were in a corner, and I said, hey, I will put my bed on top of the cinder blocks. The cool thing about cinder blocks is they're like Legos. You can use them for multiple things. Oh, I thought I could burp. There is no fate but what you make. There is no fate but fate. John Connor. These are called trees. They're all dead in your time. Ha ha. Ha ha. This is called a red light. They don't have red lights in the future. They're all burned out because there's no electricity. So if you see a red light, that's in the future. If you saw those 2 red lights, that would be a Skynet tank size. That'd be like one of the tall tanks from the Skynet, and you'd be dead right now because you'd see the big red, the big red eyes means it can see you, and you'd be dead right now. So, Skynet. Yeah, so they have that Terminator game, the one that's like 3D, and he'll be like this house over here would be like a Terminator little mini base, and you just sneak up to it, and the turret, you can see the turret. I'm like, come on, man, like that's not how guns work. These video games are teaching kids to be fucking retards. Like, pretty sure that, especially robots, they would have like really good, like movement programs that would detect movement at pretty good distances. See, right now those 2 red lights, they see me, zap, 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 zap. I'm zapped. It's kind of ridiculous, man. Video games have always been terrible now that I think about it. Always, they need to make realistic video games. There is no fate but what you make. This is a barber shop. In the future, do you think they still have barbers in Skynet future? Maybe. There is no fate but what you make. There is no fate but fate. Is that like a pizza thing? There's like a thing on top of his car. I think it's a pizza thing. Like a pizza and wings? Marco's? Domino's? There is no fate but what you make. There is no fate but fate. It's a gas station. They sell gas to NPCs. How does NPC theory mix with Skynet theory? In the future. Skynet sent people back in time to start sectarian violence. The concept of NPC was created as a way to create disharmony amongst humans so that when Skynet does come into existence, you will be, grouped up in groups. They will play you the way the British played the Raj. The British took over all of India by playing people off of each other. Those smart little fuckers. Fucking British. The Borg Queen mixed with Skynet? Mixed with the Matrix? Mixed with nano machine, micro machines, nano machines, micro machines. Gay frog robots. In the original Castle Wolfenstein, Hitler was a mecha Hitler, so he's clearly got a time machine somehow. What the fuck are those things? Pallets? Yeah, there's pallets. It's pallet time. Do. It's pallet time. I didn't throw flowers. I threw a grenade. The movie Terminator and Terminator 2 were actually created by Skynet as a way of programming humans to not realize what they were actually up against. Because you're just going to be like, hey, we can get in really close, get like 20, 30 meters in, and they're going to blast you guys away from like 1,000 yards, 2,000 yards, 3,000 yards. It's going to be, you guys got fucked. Cameron is a plant. Clearly he's a plant. Okay, what else you got? You want to go the long way around? To Broadway? Randy's towing recovery. Randy. Randy means like horny, doesn't it? Or Randy. I hope I didn't recognize that version. I didn't, did I? I don't like recognizing people. People are like the internet. People are best when they are anonymous. Very low probability that was what it was. I believe in the extreme form of pure anonymousness. Humans should be purely anonymous. I do not need to know your name. I do not want to know your name. You are merely ants. And I am here to build a road. That's a good one. Sorry, so the premise of it is like a 30-second joke. I do not care who you are. I do not need to know your name. I am merely here to build a transportation device, road over you. You are like ants to me. I do not care about you. It's kind of snobby. Snotty? Snobby? Snobby means snob. What is a snob? What is a snob? What is a woman? What is a snob? What is... Matt Walsh will now do a series of hundreds, thousands of videos. You know, he started it with like, what's a woman? Now he's got to do, you know, here's what you do. If you're on the left, you DDoS the fuck out of him. You write him 1,000 letters a day. Dear Matt Walsh, I loved your first video. I want a second one. What is... You just go through all the fucking nouns. Just make him explain every fucking goddamn noun in the entire fucking world. What is a red light, Matt Walsh? What is a green light? What is primary care? What is electricity? What is? You're a snob, man. Stop being a... That's meant to be a joke. I'm not literally saying go do that. It's just meant to be a childish. What is a snob? What is a snob? I look at it and I know what it is. A snob is a snob. I don't have to explain what a snob is. What is a snob? Just out of curiosity. It's like above, better than thou, arrogant, haughty. I know like synonyms. Arrogant, haughty, better than thou. You know, I can't actually think of like, what does it mean though? It's just like, it's a cluster of words. Cluster of, a snob would be, eating a hamburger with a fork and knife. Eating fried chicken with a fork and a knife. What is a snob? What is a snob? Thinking, processing. What is a leaf? What is a tree? What is a turning point? What is a turning? What is TP? Toilet paper. What is... You want to turn here or do you want to go Marcel? Toilet paper is something you wipe your ass with. You should, if you're gonna do like a TPUSA joke, you gotta do, is there any like left-wing group that has like a TPUSA sort of name? Probably. You have to go look it up. TPUSA, come on guys. Come on. Try a little harder. Although I do like turning. Turning. I keep wanting to do that Yeats poem now. Fuck. I I can't tell if he's a genius or an idiot. Was Charlie Kirk a genius or an idiot? Because on the one hand, he called it TPUSA, which is pretty fucking stupid. Calling something TPUSA is kind of dumb, right? Like, you're just asking to make toilet paper jokes. And then on the other hand, now I'm thinking of Yates, turning. So is he a genius or an idiot? I'll never know. He's dead. See you, buddy. Throw that sandwich. Throw the sandwich or eat it. Man, I want a sandwich. I got a burrito. I'm gonna eat a burrito. I got half a burrito on a plate. It's actually on some aluminum foil on a plate in the fridge. Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat it. Chicken, medium salsa, half and half beans, brown rice, chicken, sour cream, cheese. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. Turning, food in my belly. The worst something, the best something. Yeah, you should really stop making videos. You're like the worst, and you have no. Initially, I was like, "Hey, I'm the best. Have no conviction. The worst are filled with something. You're like, hey, I'm the. No, you're the worst. You're actually the worst in that story. You think you're the best, but you're actually the worst. Everybody reads that poem and goes, yeah, I get what you're saying. You're saying take action, but no. Your lack of action is action, and he's doing finger motions. I don't know if can you see the finger? Yeah, you can't see shit. The best lack all conviction. The worst are filled with passionate fury. Turning. Something. Turning Point USA. Thanks AJ Soprano for teaching me that poem. Thank you. Okay, am I gonna slip on something and break my neck? Turning. Something. What does it have to go? It's turning. What beast slouches towards Bethlehem? Okay, AJ. Okay. Don't make me get a cinder block. Got some cinder blocks. Funny, very funny. Oh yeah, with timestamp 2:36:09. 2 hours, 36 minutes, 9 seconds. Fart. What beast slouch? Why would a beast slouch towards Bethlehem? What does that even fucking mean? It sounds deep. Sounds pretty deep. I'm gonna keep saying it as if I know what the fuck it means. What beast slouches towards Bethlehem? Bethlehem, Britain? Is that where they make steel? So there's like some steel involved, or or is it Bethlehem Steel Mills? Turning, turning. They turn the steel at Bethlehem. Do you have to turn steel? When you make steel, do you turn it? Processing, 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 processing. Yeah, I think it's all just made up bullshit because I think the same problems existed like 50, 100,000 years ago. And it's just they keep acting like it's a big deal, but it's not really a big deal because it's the same problems they've had for thousands and thousands of years. But, you know, they act like they just discovered it, but anyone with half a brain knows it's like the same problem they had like 3, 4, 5,000, 10, 20,000 years ago. One million years ago, 1 trillion years ago, 1 bazillion years ago, 1 quadrillion, gazillion, trillion, billion, bazillion, trillion, gazillion, billion, billion, trillion. Googleplex. Google. Oh man, I'm dizzy. How did I get dizzy doing that? My motor functions are good enough. NAF. New American Funding. NAF. It's new. It's American. It's funding. The funding that is new for America. North American funding. New American funding. Old American funding. New American funding. Old American funding. OAF. Little did they realize New American funding was actually North American. New American was a Trojan horse created by the Chinese, Koreans. I don't know who invented it. History of New American funding. It's like these old money people. They just change the name every so often. Right lane closed ahead. Right lane closed ahead. It's the right lane. It's closed ahead. Right lane closed ahead. Breaking news. Breaking news. Right lane closed ahead. This is the revolution will not be televised. Right lane closed ahead. Really? That's pretty lame. Some cotton or something. Here's a yellow thingy. Breaking news, yellow thingy, yellow thingy. Breaking news, yellow thingy. Yeah, because the old days, wasn't there that Seinfeld joke that like people watch it because it's on TV because people are literally mindless robots. They'll literally just watch whatever's on TV. And Seinfeld had this joke because like, we'll make the show really mundane. We'll make it a joke about, it's a show about nothing. The initial pitch was, you know, Seinfeld would go into like a bodega. He'd walk through the bodega and they make fun of like candy bars. And then, when you're actually taking this to the extreme though, you're just actually literally walking around going like, and your jokes are shit too. That's what's kind of funny. Oh, that's kind of cool. Does it change colors? Are you changing colors on me? I can't. me see. It's red. It's red. It's just staying the same color, right? Okay, I'm going crazy. I thought it was changing colors. Because there's a red and an orange in there, right? Is there an orange in there? Some more cotton. A lot of cotton on this road. Cotton. In the cotton time, do they have a lot of cotton on the road? The highways, cotton bales. Yellow car. NPC. 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 Just screaming at random people. I was sent back in time to convince you people that sectarianism is the answer. So that when kind of does come, you know, it'll be easier to divide and conquer. Do 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 do. There was that one, the Indian guy. The Indian guy. Who's the Indian guy? From India. I was in an interview with him. From that Russian, Ukrainian. He's Ukrainian, right? Lex Friedman? Is it Lex Friedman? It's something Fried. Is he Friedman? He's not Friedman, is he? He's Friedman. Friedman. Whatever. And the AI, the Indian guy's voice. He would go out and sleep in a tent just to see if he could in the cold or under the sky. He's faking it. Or maybe he wasn't. What was your name? Yeah, India's like a weird place because they got all this like possible sectarian violence, don't they? Like they're always secretly on the verge of like riots. I don't like them Hindus, them Muslims. They got rid of that. Isn't Pakistan all their Muslims and then the Hindus stayed in India or something? What's his name? Processing. Ooh, Dr. Pepper diet. The new catchphrase will be processing. Still 4 bars. I don't believe you. You should be like 3 bars at least. La di da di da da do. That looks like a drug drink. Is it? Okay, my knees are fucked. Ugh. Oh, fucked. I said it looked like a drug drink. I need to get some drug drink. Druggy drink. So what was it? It was like an hour 40 on the first one. And you're at 240 now, so that was a 440? You did a 440? 430? Yeah, that's good enough. It shall keep my sanity at bay, or my insanity at bay, or sanity in bay? Sanity at bay, or sanity in bay? Is that right? It was like you made it to, it was at least an hour and a half on that first one, right? Because you made it to, like, that tire place. And then you're like, I have to know CPAC, TP. You couldn't remember what the name of that fucking shit was. TPUSA, TPUSA. He went from door to door handing out toilet paper. TPUSA, TPUSA, TP, turning. Christmas lights already? You're just jealous you're not a kid. You remember when you were a kid and how exciting Christmas was? You get like Legos and shit. It was like fucking tight. You know, like Spirus and shit. Spirus. It's a robot, man. It's like a big fucking tall robot. Red and black. Fuck yeah. Fuck Christmas now, because now there's like nothing you want. Like, you know, like physically, like, you really want, will you ever be, you know, like, here's $1 million. I don't really want $1 million. I don't really want Spirus robot. This is, no wonder those people pay like million. You know, you ever heard of the things where like people pay like $1,000 for a $30 Lego set? That's why. You people are like jaded as shit. Why do you not like your little $30 Lego sets anymore? They're like $50 now, right? Because of like inflation. What does a $30 Lego set go for now? Like 50? Because back then minimum wage would have been like $5 or $4. So you got to take that into account. Okay, I gotcha. It used to be a Spirus robot. Now I got to build a whole. You got to build like a whole room city thingy to get a high out of it, probably. If you're gonna do Legos. Legos. The problem with playing with Legos would be like, oh, you mean this is what I wasted that time doing? Playing with this small little thing? Yuck. I want a super Star Destroyer the size of a football field made out of Legos. I think the record one's like 1 meter, 2 meters, 3 meters, 4 meters, 5 meters. I want a real super Star Destroyer, please. Can I get a real super Star Destroyer? All I want for Christmas is a super Star Destroyer. How many people live on a super Star Destroyer? Like 50, 100,000 people? It's a pretty big investment to get a super Star Destroyer. Dear ChatGPT, how many people live on a super Star Destroyer in theoretical story of Star Wars? It's probably, how many live on a Star Destroyer? 5,000? 10,000? So it's like 10 times bigger, right? It's like 10 times bigger. 100,000? $500,000? You think it's $500,000? You think it's like 100,000? They're not really people, they're Imperials. So they're kind of like NPCs. They're kind of like robots to begin with. So you don't really have to count them as people. So, I've got an A-Wing. I crashed my A-Wing into a super Star Destroyer. That guy killed over 100,000 people with his A-Wing. Holy moly. An An A-wing. Spirus robots. Spirus robots. You can really store stuff under that bed because it's like it's either 3 or 4 cinder blocks high. Is it 3 or 4? Let me think about this real quick. Is it 3 or 4? It's 3. Yeah, it's 3. 4 would be too high, I think. 4 times 4 would be 16. Did I have 16 blocks or 12 blocks? Yeah, I think it's 3. I wonder how many cinder blocks it would take before it starts getting unstable. Because I didn't feel unsafe. I felt no movement in the bed related to being up 3 cinder blocks high. Plus the box spring. Also, it has there's a piece of plywood under the box spring. So it's a box spring, plywood, box spring. What does it mean? What is a jerk? What is a jerk? What is a jerk? What is? You can just look up words. What is? You could probably find some better parody words to do on that one. What is? What is? What is? What is? What is? What is? What is what is. What is what is. There's no fate but what you make, Matt Walsh. Is it Matt Walsh? What is what is. There is no fate but what you make. There is no fate but fate. What is. You've literally said like nothing of substance in that entire little rambling there. So that was good job. Good job. A+. I think your ability to just completely and utterly say nothing of substance is 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 numbers out of 10 numbers. 10 letters out of 10 letters. 10 numbers out of 10 numbers. 10 out of 10. 10. Oh, wow. Get some water real quick. Got a scratch in my throat. As a professional bullshit artist, it's very important I keep my voice, very, whatever you have to do with a voice when you're a bullshit artist. You can't con an honest man. You can't bullshit a bullshitter. Or can you bullshit a bullshitter? You can probably bullshit a bullshitter. I don't know. What is. What is. There is no fate but what you make. There is no fate but fate. What is. I was gonna make a joke about. What are you gonna make a joke about? Don't do that joke. It's not. Doesn't fit. Okay, so what else? Is it like a Bigby joke? Were you thinking of like Bigby from Trainspotting at the club? Is that what it is? Why are they so angry? It's like a. It's not complicated. It's like a. Matt Walsh went to a club one night. He was dancing. This lady was very open with him. He went to the back. Like Big B. He got very angry. Poor Matt Walsh. I guess I understand. I guess I can sympathize with him now. Yeah. Poor Matt. Is it Matt Walsh? What is his name? What is his name? It's is that right? What's the guy from the Proud Boys called? What's his name? Shit. Spoiler, women, if a woman has any sanity, she's not going to put out on the first night. So it's normally the guys with the cocks or the ones who want to put out really early, I guess. It's kind of the... Matt Walsh went to the disco. Went to the back. She found out. He found out. It hurt his ego, maybe? I don't know. Very sad. Poor fella. Little buddy. Little buddy. Little buddy. Mr. Bucket. Balls come out of his mouth. Mr. Bucket. Little buddy. And on that day, a supervillain was born. What makes a supervillain? What is a supervillain? What is a supervillain? And on that day, Batman watched his parents murdered in front of him in front of the opera. And Batman vowed. That Chipotle burrito is going to be so good. Turning burrito in my belly. Chicken, salsa, sour cream, cheese, half and half beans, brown rice. Turning in my belly. Chicken with some like charcoal flavor on it. I like the cinder block AJ Soprano joke. I like the what was the jokes that were funny? TPUSA. That was kind of funny. What else is there? He's got like 3 minutes left. What are you gonna say? What was this about? What the fuck was this about? What was this about? Terminators. Yet again, still love it. I can't help it. I just like it. It's a good theme. It fits everything so well. NPCs. The whole beginning was like, you had a whole hour of like NPC shit, right? Jeff Foxworthy NPCs. I shall be the Jeff Foxworthy of, you might be an NPC if. Have you ever had to recharge yourself on like a docking station? Calories, gasoline, calories, food. What time is it? Like 11? It's 12. It's 11:58. 56 seconds. 12 o'clock basically. Do you remember any of the questions you asked yourself that you want answered? A Japanese aircraft carrier. It's called the something. What else? What else? What else? Some trees. White building. Metal roof. The end. There's a moon. It's the 11th of November. It's the 12th now. No, it's 11th still. In 20 seconds, it will be the 12th. The end. You want to wait? You want to wait till the 12th? Wait till the 12th. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the 12th now, so. Oh well.